It is truly an honour to be celebrating with you the 39th annual Citywide Club Super Feast. Citywide Club is a wonderful organisation that reaches out to selflessly help the communities that they reside in. This is the spirit of Houston. This is the spirit of Texas. This is the spirit of the country that we all live in. My great-grandfather Winston Churchill once quipped that he was always ready to eat his words as he found them a very wholesome diet. His words fed the people with courage and faith to overcome an impossible task. His courage, faith and integrity united the peoples of the world. Friend and foe stood together against the tyrannical dictator Adolf Hitler, and with a determination told that guttersnipe that he could never win. Today, the amazing volunteers of the Citywide Club Super Feast will feed 100,000 people, a feat annually unsurpassed throughout America. This year, H-Town has faced some amazing challenges and overcome. We saw Harvey hit. It destroyed everything in its path, devastating tens of thousands. However, the following day, in true Texas spirit, Houston stood up and sent a clear message that no matter what we face, we will never surrender. I watched with amazement as a community was drawn together to help and support each other at this time of crisis. It was a truly amazing sight and certainly brought President George H. Bush's words to fruition, that an act of one will become an act of many. I have the privilege of working for one of Houston's finest heroes and a personal hero to myself, Jim Mattress Mac McIngvale. With disregard to personal loss and cost, Mattress Mac willingly and quickly opened his doors to the masses who had been evacuated and had lost loads. Under his leadership, thousands were fed, clothed and housed until the worst had passed. Not since the wake of Dunkirk in the 1940s, when 300,000 Allied troops were being trapped against the Channel by the pounding German aeroplanes, has history witnessed the miracle we saw as Harvey beat us hard. With no regard for personal safety, but instead an overwhelming concern for others, many brave Houstonians, along with hard-pressed and amazing first-time responders, took to the waters in anything that would float. Throughout the night, thousands were rescued from their roofs and taken to safety, and as the waters climbed higher, nobody was perturbed. But even in the midst of this devastation, people refused to give in and surrender. I am reminded of a story of my great-grandparents' visit to Bristol during the London bombings. Bristol had taken quite a hard hit one night, and the Churchills went out to go and see people and give them courage and offer them hope. They were guided towards a shelter where a lot of people had been staying overnight, and they observed this woman sitting on a bunk bed, and she was in tears, looked absolutely devastated. She had lost everything. As soon as she saw my great-grandparents enter, she stood up and shouted with great joy, "Winston, we knew you would come. Thank God, we knew you would come." Winston and Clementine Churchill stepped over to comfort her, and sometime during this brief conversation, she suddenly stood, dried her tears and said, "I can't stand around here all day talking. I've got to go and sort my house out." To which my great-grandparents watched as she left the room and hurried away to go and stand and sort out the rubble on the house that she had lived in for 40 years. Following Harvey, and again in defiance and determination, the Houston Astros demonstrated a spirit that united us all. We all took a deep breath at the end of that 6th game, but our faith in Houston Astros and the Astros' strength and leadership again demonstrated in Game 7 that you can hit us with everything you've got, but Houston will never give in and never surrender. We shall fight on to the end, no matter what the cost may be. Houston, you are an example to the world, and I am privileged to live among you and to bring my 2 children up in this wonderful, wonderful town, city, and this wonderful state and country. God bless you all. God bless Texas and the United States of America. Never surrender.